Welcome to 5 Minutes with Conor. I'm Conor Smith, and today we're diving in with another successful entrepreneur and world traveler. Whether you're tackling operational challenges, marketing, sales, technology, every single business and entrepreneurial journey is interesting. Today, I'm excited to learn about Cynthia Tsai and her role as the owner of Healthquest. Welcome, Cynthia.
Thank you, Conor. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, all those places traveled, and you're in beautiful Wolf Creek, Montana. Cynthia, would you take some time and just talk a little bit about your business and the people that you serve and help?
Well, it'd be my pleasure because I think it is all about the people. Many times people say, what do you like to invest in? What kind of companies do you invest in? And I said, I don't just invest in companies, I invest in people. So my career path started on Wall Street, and I have continued to be interested in working with entrepreneurs and idea people, building the teams around many of the scientific experts, because what we have all learned is that you could be extraordinarily good in science, but you may not have all the expertise on the business side. So how do you commercialize an idea? How do you take something from a test tube to a patient? How do you work with companies that have new innovations for nutraceuticals? And how do you position those for gigantic opportunities in the marketplace? So that's what I get to spend my time doing, and I enjoy it every day.
Well, being an entrepreneur and so many folks that are watching are in that same realm, you just know that you have to have good people around you, whether that's, consultative people or financial people or operational people, to make these entrepreneurial ideas become a reality. It's a wonderful service that you provide. I know you have spanned financial, government consulting, world travel, business development, but could you just maybe share with the audience what you consider to be one of your greatest accomplishments?
Well, I think every day is something to celebrate as far as accomplishments. And I think, Conor, many times people don't give themselves enough credit for something that's incremental, something you've done today that moves the needle just a little bit. But I would say that one of the most exciting things is maybe even a very recent success, and that's working with a wonderful young entrepreneur out of the University of Utah who is named Karsten Eastman. And Karsten and his professor, Vahe Bandarian, come out of the chemistry department, and they have an incredibly new, exciting platform for peptides. And we're finding out how important peptides are for the science world. But Karsten is so exciting to work with because he listens, he thinks, and he acts with incredible professionalism. And it's just so much fun to see his success. He was recognized last week winning a contest at the university. So I would say that's one of the most recent things that is really fun and exciting to work on. And I think his innovation is going to be able to change the way a lot of drugs are targeted and delivered. And that would be monumental in the sciences.
I loved what you shared about just that incremental, moving the needle each day, because, whether it's big entrepreneurial visions, or just a small, mom and pop business, you can definitely feel like, am I making progress? Am I making progress as an entrepreneur? So I can tell you've been around a lot of them. How do you define success?
Well, to me, success is really a lot of geology. And by that, I mean, it's like a diamond. You have to put some pressure on that diamond for it to be beautiful, for it to have that activity to become an important gemstone. And I think success is like a diamond. You have to give yourself goals. You have to set up uh, thoughtful achievements for yourself and for the others that work with you. I think it's identifying those things. So to me, success is not one thing. It's not just something financial. It isn't just something heroic. Success is something that is very individual. It's something that you have to work at. It's not something that's just usually given to you. It takes a lot of effort. And I always have tried to remind people that achieve something that they've worked hard at, to find something that they can do to remind themselves, whether it's even buying a new keychain or a pair of socks, lucky socks, something that reminds you of an achievement, because it's very easy to think about your history of time and what you've put in to make something work effectively. So I like to have mementos in my life. Maybe it's even a giving yourself a special dinner or a favorite treat. But I think incremental, not only incremental planning, but the idea that you do something to reward yourself as a reminder, a lot of positive reinforcement.
Well, it's so needed in this entrepreneurial journey. Those little rewards, those little recognitions, just counting those little wins over time. An important lesson that you'd like to share that you've learned over the course of your career.
Well, I have been very fortunate to learn a lot of important lessons, but I think one of the most important lessons for success as an entrepreneur is having a great sense of humor and not taking everything
Mm.
so seriously and being able to laugh at a situation or come back to it. And I think that part of that is lost many times with some of the challenges or frustrations. But I have learned that some of the best things that can come out of an experience are sometimes not the things you expected. So I try to remember the people that have taught me strong lessons and good lessons and show back up. Don't just do something once. I had been working with an entrepreneur in New York who was very interested in working with me. But of course, many entrepreneurs are busy. Successful CEOs are very busy. And I finally decided the only way to get his attention was to go to one of the big toy stores and get the largest stuffed animal I could find, which was a giant gorilla. And I really had a hard time even carrying this gorilla out of the store. I took it back to my place in New York, and then I decorated it with earrings and bows. I didn't want it to look just like a store-bought gorilla. So I decorated it and I sent it down to that CEO with a big note that I really looked forward to advancing our plan. And I was making sure that the gorilla was in the room to remind him. And it worked. So
Huh. What
I
a,
I know
what a
he's
great
never
idea
forgotten it.
and great story.
Thank you. Well, I think
Cynthia, I
entrepreneurs
want
need
to
to
thank you
do
for
things to
sharing.
stand out.
Oh, I want to thank you for taking some time to share your story with other business people and leaders and entrepreneurs today. It's always inspiring to hear about how entrepreneurs like you are navigating challenges and finding opportunities with entrepreneurs at all kinds of different stages in their life. For those listening, remember, success is so much more than money. It's about growth. It's about perseverance over time, and it's about faith and so much more than yourself. I look forward to sharing more journeys like this on the next 5 Minutes with Conor. Cynthia, thank you so much for being here.
Marketing is really hard for people. It's intangible, it's expensive, it doesn't make sense. Small businesses struggle with it. And ultimately, we try and help people make it make sense and produce good return on investments for them. If you can get people out of the complexities and really just help them with their story, their brand, and then truly moving off of that stuff into things that actually generate leads for them, that's what they're looking for.